Hi guys! Today I'm coming to you guys with a new segment called Spelling with Trail. So over the past few months I've been doing videos with Team APS and a lot of you guys have been leaving comments directly for me. And I appreciate those comments and I love to respond back to them. The only problem that I'm seeing with them is that 90% of the comments I get, no one knows how to spell my name. So today I'm going to show you guys how to spell my name. First off, I do apologize, it is a bit difficult. For those of you who don't know, my name is Trail. It's not Tyrell, it's not Terrell, it's not Totterell, it's not Trent. I also heard, somebody called me Trent. That's fine. We're gonna learn how to spell my name. Very simple. You guys ready? Let's do it together. First letter is gonna be T. Next letter is R. After that, we've got E, and then at the end we got two L's. All right, everybody? T-R-E-L-L spells trail.
Hey, what's up you guys? So, in today's video, I've got Trail back, as you all requested, and we're going to be giving you 7 unpopular Yu-Gi-Oh opinions. These are the things that, they're true, but nobody really likes to hear them, but they are true. So, let's kick things off. You can lead the charge.
We have a list here. You should always come to the videos prepared, so I'm going to read from our handy dandy notebook.
Handy dandy notebook.
So much energy.
Oh no, I thought it was good.
I'm gonna go ahead and start with my first. I'm gonna start with is that people pick decks because pros do.
We all know this.
We all know there's a lot of bandwagoners in Yu-Gi-Oh. At some point, and in some instances, we're all guilty of being bandwagoners. But we always have those few players that only play a deck that a big player is going to play. If Patrick Hoban, Billy Brake, Jeff Jones, if they play a deck or if they make their own deck and they do well with it, then obviously in these bandwagoners' mind, it must be the best deck. So if they can win with it, why can't we win with it as well?
Right. I feel like that's true, and like I think that also applies just to like tech cards. Like I've always said, like if Billy Brake came out and said that Cloudy and Smokeball is the best tech in Mermails, people would run it, and even if they lost running it, they would believe that it's
still good.
Yeah, they'd just be like,
Billy played it.
Yeah, these smoke balls are just really helping my Mermail. You know, it's more consistent.
I just misplayed.
Yeah, that's yeah. Isn't that what they always say?
I just misplayed. It's a good deck. I just misplayed. So, yeah.
The second one is people in Yu-Gi-Oh would rather look like they know what they're doing than actually learn how to improve. It's true. People would rather be like, they don't want to be told what to do. They would rather just run a deck where they don't have to make decisions and they can look like they're doing the right thing and not look like, you know, a scrub. People are more afraid of being called a scrub than learning about Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Like,
a lot of people play autopilot decks, or they play the big flashy decks because it looks good when people are watching. There's a lot of people that they don't even know the deck that they're playing, but once again, it seems like it should be a good deck, so. So instead of them learning to play an actual deck and learning the fundamentals of the game, they go on YouTube and look up combos. They learn those combos, and that becomes their state of
because
the game.
they're afraid of looking bad. No one wants to be labeled a scrub. So
right, even if you are, and some people who aren't scrubs can be labeled scrubs because they think they're too much.
That's true.
All right, my next one. I'm like, all right,
you can take whichever one.
Whichever one I want. I don't know which one I want. Oh, I got it. How to say it? Most players now only started a year ago, and what we mean by that is most players who are actually, a lot of the decent players nowadays, they're good players, but they just started, which means they know nothing about some of the past formats and past struggles of a lot of the veteran Yu-Gi-Oh players. Like there are a lot of cards that are tech cards and things like that most people never heard of. I mean, like let's be honest. I know Vandy's Infinite is now a huge card, but it's been out for a couple years, and some people didn't even know it existed until it became an it card. Things like that, and of course, let's not mention all the cards way before that.
Yeah, most of the time when I play like online and stuff, people don't know what an X-Saber is, or a Gladiator Beast, or a Blackwing. Yeah. Let alone, Goat Control. Like people, like how like nowadays I guess the trend is like play Goat Control format. It's so much fun, and there are people here who don't even know what that is.
Right. So they actually have to go on YouTube and look up specifically Goat Control and go card for card. I know the Goat Control deck for the most part off the top of my head right now.
And the thing is like there's nothing wrong with like being a new player and learning, but don't like try to pretend that you're like a pro at Yu-Gi-Oh and you started playing last year because you like picked up Dragon Rulers and that was a thing, and it's like, oh, I'm best Yu-Gi-Oh player ever. I know so much, and it's like,
you only know so much about the current.
Yeah, you only know what you've played.
Yeah, if you're playing your opponent and you have to read every card that they play, you might need to do a little more research. I don't care how good you are. If you have to read every card that your opponent plays, then your Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge is very limited.
Right. Was that was yours? Yeah. Okay. Mine. This is an unpopular one. You'll get further in tournaments if you accidentally forget things like attacking the turn you use Soul Charge or doing damage the turn you use Exit Tonight. It isn't really cheating. Your opponent should have known. They should have been aware. They should have been attentive. And if you forget these things, you will do better in tournaments. I'm not advising you to go out and find every way you can cheat or shark or whatever. But let's face it, it's true. If you miss stuff, you'll do better.
If you miss stuff or if you overly analyze things. I mean, there are people, a lot of times in regions, you see the same people. A lot of the guys that are the ones at the top are ones who have misplayed unknowingly, or also the ones that have a judge at their table at every round because they're real sharking their opponent. I mean, and no one likes to be real shark, and no one will admit to being a real sharker. But a lot of these real sharkers they're at least decent at the game, but they try to push it a little bit further just to make sure that they come out with the win.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
Yes, this is also a very unpopular opinion, but it's very, very true for a lot of people. Most people don't know what their cards do. And just think about it. How many of you out here knew that Gores has a secondary effect?
Yeah, you always hear people like, what? Gores does something else.
Right. Gores, I mean, we all know you have a clear field, you get attacked, you're going to drop Gores and get a token. But on the same token, of course, no pun intended, if you get effect damage done to you, Gores, he still drops from the hand. But a lot of people don't know that because they only know what they're used to seeing. Some other examples that we have is Daigusto Emerald. I remember I was watching the video of Desmond Johnson when he was talking about his Shaddoll deck.
Shots fired.
No, really? No shots towards Desmond. Maybe other people, but no shots towards Desmond. But anyway, he was playing the Shaddoll deck with Blue Eyes and White Stone, and he played Emerald in his extra deck. He didn't know that Emerald had a secondary effect of bringing a normal monster from the graveyard. Somebody actually had to tell him that. Once again, you're not reading your cards. And then, of course, the all-time favorite, Free My Nigga Stratos. Stratos has two effects, but how many people have actually used that effect or applied it or even realized that it existed to begin with? So we all know you summon Stratos, you search your card. But Stratos is also a monster that's also an MST and summon as well, but nobody paid attention
Most
to the
people
effects.
also, they don't even know the Gorse token is light.
Yeah.
Most people don't know you know what I mean? Like, there are so many little things. And I feel like people are playing these decks and they know, like, they're doing fine, they're playing their top deck or whatever, it's okay. But they really haven't actually sat down and read the cards in their deck.
Right, they don't know the capacity of the deck. They don't know all the potential that the deck has. Like Burning Abyss. We all know that Burning Abyss monster spam rank 3s and they can special summon and they activate once they're in the graveyard at any point in time.
Right, yeah.
But that's really all that they know. Nobody, I mean, the most combos that people know are what they read at the ARGs and the YCS.
Yeah, so, or just a standard combo.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, just a standard combo that you can just see them. So nobody really knows what the deck's, what the most that the deck can do because they only go off of what they've already seen. Reading is fundamental, people.
So is spelling.
Trill.
What is the next one? Oh, my favorite one. Cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Are only expensive because we let them be. So if you complain about the prices of cards, there is something you can do about it.
Yeah.
Vote with your wallet. When something like Dante's $100.
Right now.
If enough people just said, no. Just no. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not paying $100 for this card. I'm not, like, if no one did, it wouldn't be $100. And that applies to everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! These cards only have value
if we make them that way.
Because we let them have value. Like,
right.
Konami
does not make the cards with a set price before they come out. They don't. They do is they let you know that they're coming out and they see how many fanboys they're gonna get for a card. And let's be honest, we all know that Virgil, the little Rockstar Synchro, seems pretty fucking awesome. Konami sees that. And they also know that everybody's gonna try to get Virgil, so also everybody's gonna try to get Dante. So once again, Dante became $100. If they had told us that Virgil was being released and we were like, fuck Virgil, it sucks, we're not gonna play Burning Abyss, Dante would slowly start to drop because he's getting no popularity. His sales are starting to suck. I mean, it happened with Gygius. Gygius started off big. Then I remember when Giga Armor was like $1.79. and nobody played it. And then all of a sudden, everybody was picking up garments. In fact, people forgot about the deck, and then they started topping and winning. And then Gear Garment went back to $12 and $24 and things like that. So Konami pays attention, and we make the market ourselves. But it's not enough of us to be smart about it and say, hey, if we make the market, let's band together and make the market. Instead, we're like, oh, it's $100. It must be worth $100.
Yeah.
I guess I gotta spend $100.
Yeah.
Like, we gotta be smarter than that, because everybody says that the game is expensive, but nobody's doing anything about it. Like, there's nobody doing anything about this in a smart way. Once again, we know the game is expensive. We can make it cheaper for ourselves, but we can't band together. We just feel like if it's expensive, we got to get the most expensive card because it obviously makes it the best deck, and our thinking process is wrong. So we ultimately end up being either broke, or even if we're not broke, we just spend a lot of money on cardboard. And right now, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys this before I say what I'm about to say. We're not bashing on anybody. We're not saying anything specific about anybody, but these are YuGiOh truths. And if it doesn't fit you, then you have no reason to be offended. And if you are offended, then take a look in the mirror. But most people only play YuGiOh because it's all that they have. I mean, I've met a ton of YuGiOh players. I've met a ton of people in this game. I have a lot of great friends. But we all know that most people who play YuGiOh, and when I say most, I don't mean like 90%, but the majority of people that play YuGiOh play it because it's all they have. They're not going to be athletic. They don't have a social life. They don't have girlfriends. I mean, outside of YuGiOh, they have no one else or nothing else to substantiate their life. And it sounds really bad to say that, but it's also the very truth. And that's why when I have with my YuGiOh friends, I try to do other things outside of YuGiOh. You know, let's go play cards, let's go play pool, let's do something social with other people. You know, we're making YuGiOh videos because we like to see our subscribers. And are you doing Nene?
No.
Oh, I thought he was on Nene, y'all. That's pretty awesome, man. But we like to talk to our subscribers. We want to get to know you guys. It's not just because of the game, but because you guys are people just like us. So we want to be able to connect and network on more than just the YuGiOh game itself. But most people only play this game because it's all they've got. Like, if YuGiOh was to stop today, if Konami said that this next set was the last set for YuGiOh,
a lot of people.
What are you guys going to say that you're about to do with your life next? Move on to the next card game.
Life.
Yeah, move on to the next card game pretty much, because you can't do this. I'm not going to lie. If YuGiOh was to quit tomorrow, I'm not picking up another card game. But my life is pretty full. I'm not going to die. Like, YuGiOh is the only social thing and just any interaction that most people have, and it's sad to say, but it's true. That's why, even though I play the game and I love the game, I try to give myself other aspects, because you never know what can happen. I mean, there's people with the Kaijudo, people that are playing Kaijudo, and then it's over. Yeah. If that was all you played, what are you gonna do now? I guess you gotta find something else to get into. Like,
darn, gotta find a life.
Right, you have to substantiate your life with something other than just one thing. I mean, and besides, most YuGiOh players are guys. Wash your ass and go find a girlfriend. Even if you don't find a girlfriend, just be a hoe. Get plenty of girlfriends. Who cares? Do whatever you want. And to the ladies that are watching, I'm not condoning being a hoe. I'm just saying they need to do something else with their life. Okay?
He's condoning being a hoe.
I used to be a hoe, but I've changed and stuff.
So those are 7 unpopular YuGiOh opinions. They probably hurt to hear a few of them, but you know what? They're true.
They're all very true. And say, if they don't pertain to you, then
yeah, you shouldn't be offended.
Don't be offended. There's no sweat off your back. If they do pertain to you, then I'm glad I said it.
Yeah. So we'd also like to hear some of yours. What are unpopular YuGiOh opinions that no one really likes to hear them, but
they're true?
They are true. Leave them in the comments. We can read and we can respond and we can do other nice things.
I'll only respond if you spell my name right.
Yeah. He only responds to being called, you know, like
true.
Correct thing. He also has other nicknames he likes, I'm sure, but can't share those. I don't know what they are. I mean, I was just guessing, right? Anyway, we hope you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you guys. Why did this? I don't know. Anyway, it just popped on, but there's no text.
It's so easy to distract you.
Okay. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope you enjoyed the video, and we will catch you guys next time.
Peace.